Welcome back, folks. Time for another top 10 video. These are my 2015 top 10 games I've beaten. I know it's been about a month, a little over a month probably, so I'll try to catch things up quicker now. It's been busy. But here I want to show you a few honorable mentions of my 2015 top 10 games. One's going to be an oldie but a goodie that I played that year. Surprisingly, I don't know why I waited that long to play, but you'll see why. So my first honorable mention is Resident Evil 6, although it is very controversial type of game by many, but I did like it a little for the action pace. To me, it wasn't of course Resident Evil game, but it still was a very good action-packed game, and having the multiple scenarios as far as different perspectives to sit there having the same time with different characters and the different abilities, it's kind of fun. So if you're really a Resident Evil fan, I'd say just try it at a low budget price, but it is a good game overall. Another one of my top honorable mentions is Shank. It is a 2D side-scroller beat 'em up type game. Very fun, very animated. I would say the storyline was very fun and great. I enjoyed it a lot. Should be on download right now. I played it on the PS3. It's also on Xbox 360, so it should be backwards compatible on a 360. A lot of fun, a lot of gore, a little bit of gore, not too much gore, but as you can see, it was a pretty good, fun game to play. So if you ever like into side scrollers, want to try something with a really good storyline and animation, try this one out. My next honorable mention is Velocity Ultra. This actually can get in pretty much a lot of stores. I think mobile as well, app stores, but you can get it on the 360, Vita, PS3. I believe also on probably on Switch. I'm not sure, but it's very good. Shoot 'em up. It has touch-based controls, which I recommend playing that way because it makes it a lot easier during some of the stages, as opposed to analog control sticks. Aside from that, it is very good shoot 'em up game. So try it out. They also made a part two. My last honorable mention is Max Payne 3 for the Xbox 360 and PS3. This game, did love the series, first one, second one as well. Third one, not so much, but I think it was a good send off for Max Payne himself. I'm not gonna spoil it if you want to play it, what the ending was or storyline, but it is Max Payne in a different atmosphere. Much older man, as you can see there, but it was a very fun game. I would say try it out if you love the first two Max Paynes. I would say just play this one just to finish it off because it was a lot of fun. At my number 10 is a PS3 exclusive, which actually was ported over to the PS4, and this is Journey. It is very immersive. It is a single player type game, but you actually do interact with others that can help you a little bit. Probably traverse, but for the most part, it is a single player game. The sound physics phenomenal. It is a very beautiful, artistic type of game. Um, there's no rush, no timer, no instructions. You just go about. It's not hard to find your way. You can find your way pretty easy, but it is slightly very small open world, but not really. It's very linear. If you like artistic type games that don't pressure you to do things or finish and have good sound effects, color, nice way. It does have an ending. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it is a very immersive, artistic type game. At my number 9 is Rayman Origins. Before this, I never played any Rayman game. I think I played a demo of Rayman 1 or 2 for the PS2, the 3D ones. I never did 2D side scrollers. Oh, when I saw this, I was like, wow, this is beautiful, man. Beautiful. Like, how can I do this on the PS3 and 360? But playing it, I was like, it's very magical. Very magical type of game. If you love side scroller platforming type games, but with a kind of slightly musical twist, because the game does go by the beat of music through most levels, not all. It is 4-player local co-op. If you want to try that out, please do so. If you love 2D platformers. At number 8 is a game that threw me off for a loop. I didn't expect it to be this good, but this is Dishonored number 1. It's a first person, I will say, adventure action game. There's some shooting, but it's more stealth enforced, almost like the game Thief. I would say similarities to Bioshock, but not as much as Bioshock. It's in its own type of world. It's in a dystopia type place ruled by a government that doesn't care much about its people. As you can see, you do have superpowers. You have a weapon in one hand and powers in the other. Like I said, type of Bioshock type of gameplay, but not exactly the same. If you want a game with a very good story and that type of gameplay, please try this out. And number seven is also I would say a sleeper hit and underrated game is Sleeping Dogs. This came out on Xbox 360 and PS3 as well. It is more like a Chinese version of Grand Theft Auto. You do fight the Triad as an undercover cop, which does twist some parts of the storyline, which I'm not gonna say, but it does. It is a lot of fun. I will say you mechanics are a lot of fun. You use the environment to kill and hurt people, criminals mainly, like as you see there. It's not for the faint of heart. It is similar to Grand Theft Auto, so there's a lot of violence, a lot of vulgar and profanity. But if you like that type of game, want to try something different, like I said, over the top fighting, Sleeping Dogs is your choice for you. I enjoyed it myself. At number six is one of my favorite Telltale games, and that is The Walking Dead Season 1. It follows the TV show Walking Dead, but from a different part of town, different area when zombies started taking over, or The Walking Dead per se. It follows a group of people, and you make decisions in the game to actually where to go, what to do, how to fight, where to hide. And those decisions can actually affect who lives and dies near the end of the game. There are certain plots that are fixated, but they're not really. You can't see it coming most of the time. And I love the ending is one of the best endings ever in the season one game. So I recommend if you love storytelling and love narrative games and a good cast of characters, this is the game for you. At number five, the goodie but a oldie is a PlayStation 1 classic game. And this is Suikoden Part 1. I've really never known much about Suikoden beforehand, but once I played it, I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting. It has got a six-person battle system. Once you recruit the six, but actually you can actually recruit 100 characters, which at first I was like, ah, that's just impossible. But all 100 don't fight. I would say a good 60% of them do, if I recall. I didn't recruit 100 of them because it was just too many for me. But the gameplay, as you can see there, is turn-based. You actually select each character's moves, and then they all go on their own turns. So you don't go one by one. You just select them all, and they all go according to their agility or speed. They also have double attacks and triple attacks. So if you partner with a certain character that's good with that other character, they can do double and triple attacks themselves. I would recommend using a guide to know when and where to use that feature, because like I said, it's a lot of characters to recruit. But if you do so, it's a lot of fun. Especially I heard Suikoden 2 is much better. I haven't played it yet, but do try Suikoden 1, especially now that the remaster's coming out soon on current gen consoles. So try that out. At number four is a very good classic game. This is Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception for the PlayStation 3. Also came out for PlayStation 4 as a remaster collection. You can pick it up there. If you like the first two, especially the second one, you'll definitely love the third one. It wasn't my favorite, but it's still a very good one. It does have a few slow moments, but it's a good finish for the trilogy itself. The sand physics were great in this game, especially some of the action scenes, as you probably already know if you played a Nathan Drake game. Um, Again, try it out. I loved it myself, and I'm sure you will too. At number three, and we're almost done here, top three. This is Spec Ops: The Line for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. I'm not sure if the report have coming out, but you can always pick it up there. Did this game reinvent first-person shooter? No. Did it reinvent narrative gameplay? No. But I will say the storyline is great. It deals with mental stability in the game. It also has, I think, three different endings, if I recall. Um, there's not much of a difference in endings. Just slight changes you can do near the end. They can change the endings, so you don't have to replay the whole game. You can reload a previous save. Like I said, the storyline and the perspective of these soldiers in war is top notch. I would say This game does not deserve a sequel because it didn't really need one. But if you want a game with a good narrative, good story, and a twist, play this game, Spec Ops: The Line. At number two is Motorstorm Apocalypse, the third game in the Motorstorm series for PlayStation 3. Oh, this game was beautiful. Unfortunately, sales did dip because there was some, I believe, natural disaster in some parts of the world during that time. I think it was a typhoon somewhere, and a tsunami. So sales were pretty bad. But other than that, it's one of the best Motorstorm games. If you like the first two, especially Pacific Rift, this one is a phenomenal. Especially if you have a 3D TV. This game maybe enjoy a 3D TV, especially the level that has I think it was a carnival level with a tornado twister. Having 3D glasses with that made it worth buying a 3D TV. If you love Motorstorm, want to try this out before it gets delisted or something, please do so. It is an action-packed racing game that the environment changes. Collisions are great. Different types of vehicles. I mean, maybe it's about multiple types of vehicle types you can use. It's a lot of fun. Please do so. At number one is Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. This game also got a port remaster for PlayStation 4 and I believe Xbox One. If you like a action-packed RPG type game with NPCs that you can send commands to, you should try this. And it's a single player game, but actually your NPC can go into towns and visit other players' games, so other players can pick up your NPC. You can still have your NPC, but they can actually use them as well. You can collect rewards for other people using your NPC. Vice versa, you can actually recruit other players' NPCs to be in your party of four, if I recall, and dismiss them whenever you'll need them. With Dragon's Dogma 2 already out, I recommend please try the first one. It was a lot of fun, action packed, difficult game, very difficult at certain points that the difficulty did spike. But if you like action packed games, as far as Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, The Witcher, this is the game to play. As I said, it's my number one of that year, 2015. I would not play it again as it was a long game. But if I could, I would replay it again. But my backlog is so large, so I'd rather just play part two. Dragon's Dogma, made by Capcom. Please try it out. Again, thank you all for watching my videos. I do appreciate it. I want to try to make more in the future and eventually get better equipment for video capturing. For now, please enjoy the last few seconds of Dragon's Dogma.